Hey guys, WreganTech here, and I'm making a collaboration video with Dan from the iPod Touch world. In this video we're going to talk about the rumors for the iPhone 5 and the new features that will be coming to it. The first thing I want to talk about is the name. And a lot of people are saying it's going to be called the iPhone 5, but it won't be. This isn't like guaranteed, but it's not going to be the 5th iPhone, so why would they call it the iPhone 5? If we want to, learn from what Apple did with the iPad, most likely it's going to be called the new iPhone, just because you're not going to name the 6th iPhone the iPhone 5. So that's the reason why I just don't see the iPhone being called the iPhone 5. The biggest rumor to talk about is the design. And everyone's talking about a design change and things like that. And I think it's pretty certain that there will be a design change. If we just look at the iPhone 3G to the 3GS, same phone, after 2 years they redesigned it to what it is now. And now we're coming out on a third phone for this, and we're most likely going to see a design change. So the rumors from what I've heard is that it's going to be two-toned, it's going to be with a larger screen, and it's going to be thinner. So we're going to, hopefully we do see these features. I don't think a larger screen is a big feature for me, but I think the reason why they're doing it is because people do want a larger screen, and it will be able to compete with the Android phones on the market. The problem with this design change, in my opinion, is the fact that I've heard rumors that the dock connector is going to be smaller. If you don't know what the dock connector is, it's that thing you plug, where you plug into your phone so it can charge with your USB cable, and that's going to be smaller, which means if you've had Apple products for a long time, that you're going to have to get new cords, new accessories, new everything, pretty much, for your new phone. So I'm not happy about that. I don't think it's a major deal, but if you do have a lot of accessories, it becomes a bigger deal. And the other problem with this is sometimes you want to, you're at your friend's house, your phone's running low on battery, and you want to charge it or sync it up to their computer, and they already have an iPhone cord because they've had an Apple device for a while, but now if you have the new phone, that cord's not going to work, so that's a problem. But maybe in the future, as they get more and more phones and more devices to use this, it won't be a big deal. But for the next year or two, it's going to be a little annoying until it starts getting adapted into the rest of their products. So I'm not happy about this. I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys like the fact that there's going to be a new dock connector? Just mainly because it's going to give more space inside the phone for battery or other internal components. I'd like to know what you guys think down below, and let me know if it's a good idea or not, because I could be the only one that thinks this. So I appreciate those comments down below. Another thing I've heard is that Apple is doing is they're going to put the headphone jack on the bottom of the phone for the same reason they're going to make the dock connector smaller, and it's mainly to make the design the phone best to maximize the internals of the phone, so there's more space for the battery and other components inside the phone. It's not a big deal, but it's worth noting. So if you're used to having the headphone jack on top of the phone, it's going to be on the bottom, like the first generation iPod Touch. One feature I think is probably the most important to come to this phone, and will come to this phone, is 4G LTE. A year ago it was rumored that it would come to the new phone, and it didn't. Main reason I think it didn't is because a lot of cities didn't have 4G LTE. Like, they were starting to get rolled out, and the big cities did, but they were only a handful, and Verizon was the main company doing this. Now Sprint's getting on board, and they're really starting to put in more and more cities. So I think this is one reason. Also, the reason why they have to do it is because the competing smartphones, like the Samsung Galaxy S3, has 4G LTE, and if they don't put it in this phone, it gives those phones a big marketing advantage. And I think that this is what Apple's going to, sort of sell. Their selling point of the new iPhone will be the new design, but mainly the 4G LTE. And if you think about it, the new iPad also has 4G LTE, so why would they put it in the iPad and not the iPhone? It doesn't really make sense. So that's my banking point on that, and I'm pretty sure that 4G LTE will come to the iPhone. And if it doesn't, you can get mad at me, because I'm going to get mad at Apple. So get mad at Apple. And finally, we're going to talk about when this phone will be released. Normally this phone's released in June, all the way up to the iPhone 4. And then last year we saw it being released in October. It was announced in September, released in October, so they kind of threw us a curveball. And again, obviously it's not being released in June like it was previously. But Apple's normally on a yearly cycle, so we're expecting to see released in September, October, before the holiday season. So that's the main, time frame that we're looking at. But I've heard a lot of rumors from a lot of people that have verified it that September 12th will be when this phone is announced, and it will be released about 9 days later on September 21st. These dates aren't, for sure, but from all the people I'm hearing from that and reading about, that these are the dates to look into. So I'm pretty sure September 12th is the first day we could see this phone announced, and 21st is the first day or so we're going to see this phone released. Things can change. I've heard they already have iPhone 5 or 5s or the new iPhone, already done, done with production and ready to be sold. So this could easily be done, and that 9-day grace period kind of gives everyone the pre-order times just like they normally do with the other iPhones. So guys, those are all the rumors about the iPhone. Whether or not it's going to be the iPhone 5 or the new iPhone, I don't know. But please comment down below whether or not you like the new dock connector or the new design. Things like that would be cool. It would be nice for you guys to comment down below. Also, if you give me a thumbs up about this video. The more thumbs up I get, the better, because Dan's looking for more collaboration videos, and the better reviews I get, the better chance I'll have another video on his channel. So hopefully you guys can do that for me. Also, make sure you check out his latest video about the app reviews. He's done 3 app reviews recently, and they're all great. If you haven't seen it, the Groove 2 music player is really cool, and I'll have an annotation up here right now. And just click that, it'll take you over to his video. And also, you guys can check out my channel. It's WreganTech. My YouTube username is WRegan42, but I make tech videos about Apple products, jailbreaks, all these things, app reviews. Do a lot of technology stuff. Pretty much whatever interests me, I'll do a review for you guys, and just kind of talk about things like that. Like the iPhone's interesting to me, so I'm making a rumor video about it. But yeah, so if you guys could check out my channel, that'd be really cool. Maybe subscribe to that. But definitely check out Dan's latest video.